behind the scenes of the infested Wuhan laboratory. Dangerous tasks and tests. Although the most frequently asked question these days about a vaccine or treatment for the emerging coronavirus that has infected and claimed thousands of lives around the world, the questions about the origin of the disease that affected more than 2 million people around the world have been renewed in the past days. In the light of the old-new tension between the United States and China on that particular point, a laboratory in Wuhan is the place around which suspicions circulate as the main cause of the calamity that afflicted the world after it was proven that he was conducting tests on viruses caused by bats, as the old coronavirus in its first wave. Away from the theory of willfulness in spreading infection or creating an epidemic. What is going on inside the laboratory? In cosmonaut-like costumes, Chinese scientists are studying viruses at the Wuhan Institute of Virology, which has a construction value of nearly $42 million. According to information, this research institute maintains more than 1,500 strains of deadly viruses, and since the establishment of the coronavirus last December, in the city itself, suspicions have been raised about the possibility of the institute's involvement. While scientists believe the virus has spread to humans from wild animals that sell food at a market in Wuhan, other voices are loudly saying that the virus may be a biological warfare weapon designed in the laboratory, while others consider that the virus leaked from the laboratory through a factor and infiltrated the Chinese city, where the new corona first appeared last December. The most advanced laboratory of its kind in China, it became ready in 2015, and it consists of 4 floors designed with the highest level of safety, and it was officially opened. And Moxley also announced that he would lead a campaign in Congress to ensure that relief money from corona aimed at helping U.S. taxpayers and companies is not paid to China, concluding, "It is the Chinese government's mistake to pay the price." US $7.1 million according to public documents compiled by the White Coat Waste Project and published by Fox News. The Wuhan Institute has participated in $7.1 million in research funding from the U.S. government's grant to the National Institutes of Health. It has received a single grant to search for corona in bats, $3.7 million another dollar, while another grant that included injecting viruses into the brains of mice received $3.4 million. It is not clear exactly how much direct American funding the institute was, because it was included in U.S. grant funding. The suspicion about the laboratory came from secret intelligence documents and evidence, according to sources, who confirmed that this information is not final, because the investigation is still ongoing. The latest discoveries about U.S. and Canadian funding for the Wuhan Virus Institute came after the Washington Post reported earlier this week that U.S. State Department officials had expressed serious concerns in recent years about the safety of the Chinese laboratory. During cooperation with the institute, they noticed that the new laboratory suffers from a serious shortage of technicians and personnel to operate this high-risk laboratory. At the time, the State Department telegram said that the United States should give Chinese researchers at Wuhan lab more support because its research on coronavirus was important and dangerous, and the laboratory was already receiving help from the Galveston National Laboratory at the University of Texas Medical Branch. They lead the effort according to a report published by Fox News News Network. The United States and Canada have previously sent money to the Wuhan Virus Institute. The report stated that Canadian health research institutes recently announced millions of funds to research and develop anti-corona tools, including vaccines and treatments. One of those tests earned $828,046 to develop a rapid virus test using thermal amplification in CRISPR technology, and among the organizations participating in the test were the Wuhan Institute of Virology, according to a Canadian news release last March. The research was conducted in cooperation with a multidisciplinary team of virologists, chemists, infectious disease specialists, and a selection of frontline public health researchers facing the epidemic from the University of Alberta and the Canadian Food Inspection Agency. This work is led by specialized members of the Wuhan Virus Institute. Stop immediately. China's mistake has to pay the price. On the other hand, according to American reports reported by the American Daily Mail about millions of dollars that paid a grant from the government in the United States to finance research conducted at the Wuhan Virus Institute in recent years, which disturbed many members of Congress. Senator Martha McAxley of Arizona told Fox News that he was angry, saying, "There is no doubt that the Chinese government is stained with the blood of Americans. They have put our lives at risk by hiding the origin and cause of the coronary crisis," adding, "National institutes should for the health to stop immediately publishing the dollars it collects from the taxes of the Americans to carry out this dangerous research." In its report, Fox News also stated that virus research was part of China's efforts to demonstrate its ability and efficacy to identify and combat coronavirus like, or better than the United States. However, after the catastrophe that began with the emergence of the virus, China covered a wide range of information about the virus in an attempt to protect itself from scrutiny and accountability. Everyone who spoke of its infectious nature was attacked. China moved quickly to close domestic travel from Wuhan to the rest of the country, but it has not stopped international flights from the city.